5, 4, 3, 2, and I think we're live. I need my phone to make sure. Honestly. Pretty sure we're
Yes, sir,
live.
you're live.
All right, we're live. So what's up, everybody? This is episode 16 of Broken Controllers. We got a lot to talk about today in terms of news, lots of stories to cover. There's a new Switch that was dropped. There is a interesting twist on the old Doom games for the consoles that they're releasing. And we're also talking about, I forgot the other one. But anyway, we're talking about it. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Irish1620. What's up, man?
What up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day.
So we're gonna we're gonna get right into it here. Irish, what are you playing this week? Oh, sheesh.
Just more Destiny 2. We've been dealing with the leveling up, still in prep for the new expansion.
Oh, okay. So that's did you get that hand cannon yet? You still working on that hand cannon?
Still working on the hand cannon. I need to freaking get a team together, honestly, for Nightfall run for the next step.
So this is, I gotta ask. So you're playing on PlayStation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I don't have it for PlayStation, dude. Honestly, I was thinking about possibly getting it, but it was one of those situations where the game is really expensive now. So
Well,
you might be able to find some deals on it.
on that note, if you hold out until the next expansion and just buy the next expansion, all the previous content from that expansion back is free.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Well, that makes it a little bit more bearable.
Yeah.
So you haven't gotten it yet?
I haven't gotten it yet. No, I plan on going and picking that up once I get the school monies.
Okay, all right. That sounds like a. Oh, I meant the hand cannon. I'm sorry, I should have specified.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Hand cannon. As soon as I get a team together, yeah, should be pretty darn close.
Right. Is that all you're playing this week?
I've been playing on the Pokemon Rumble Rush, and they've made some really good updates to it. They've changed the whole tournament system. They've made improvements to the CP system, so all the different power-ups actually do more power charging.
So what relevance does that actually have in the Pokemon world? Because I played Pokemon Go, and I didn't really pay a lot of attention to CP. Should I have?
CP, I mean, with Pokemon Go, it's different because you not only have the CP, but you have your attack, defense, and HP ratios that also go into effect with that CP system. You know,
Right.
so it's that one's kind of like a collaboration, and then you know, with your stat checkers, based on the variations in your stats, where your CP bar is at, where your various stats are at, determines what percentage that Pokemon is on usability.
Right. So, and that's in this one, or that? So
That's
the
all.
relevance of CP.
That's all Pokemon Go CP relevancy. Now CP in this, it works differently. You have a base CP, which I'm guessing is just like its overall, basic combat power. I don't think they have really any in-depth attack differences other than their different moves. Like each Pokemon gets a different move, and you have anywhere ranging from a 1-star to a 4-star attack.
Okay, okay. So, man, it seems like every Pokemon plays so much differently. You know, I know the classic Pokemon. That's what I know. You know.
Yeah, it definitely works differently with the Pokemon Rumble Rush. And like I said, the new updates that they've done with it have been really, really beneficial. Because before the updates, my CP boosts that I was getting from the various Power Stones
Right.
was greatly reduced in comparison to what they're at now.
Right.
Like I'm getting, up to like a 500 plus boost on a CP from a level 10 Power Stone, whereas before I was getting like maybe 100 boost.
Really. Okay. Seems like, sheesh.
Yeah, so they've made really
That's a
good
lot.
improvements to balancing it. They've also expanded the tournament system, so there's a lot more depth to that. It's not just like initially it was like 4 levels of their tournament. Now God, it's so freaking huge of a tower. Like I'm having trouble climbing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to have a little bit of a challenge, but I mean, how much of it is actually grinding, and how much of it is actually like paying money to?
All grind. I mean, you could, I guess, pay money, but I've just been all grind, personally.
Okay. As long as you can do it without paying money, I guess that's really all that
And
matters.
the
But
the
I mean,
cool thing about it too, like as you progress through the different islands, like each set of 16 days, they change which island you're on. And
oh,
we haven't hit a full rotation yet. They're still going through their islands that they have available. But
whoa.
um, legit, like each time it may start you back with a low level, or low CP Mon, but you have all of those stones that you've powered up from the previous island that you can apply now to all these
Right.
new Pokemon. And so you just keep building and building and building. So it's mostly about your stones ultimately, but then at the same time you're also wanting to try and grind for, 4-star, you know, uh, 5-star Pokemon with 4-star moves.
Right.
So I mean,
Huh.
it's interesting, and it's definitely a fun competitive platform.
Well, I mean, you covered Mobile Minute this week.
Well, in
um,
addition to that, I don't know if you've seen it, but they actually have opened pre-registration for Pokemon Masters, a new mobile game coming out. Looks freaking wicked. I can't wait. I'm pre-regged.
what
I'm waiting
is
there.
that about? I haven't seen
Um,
anything about that at all.
it's a 3v3 battle system where you choose your Pokemon Master and then you battle 3v3 against other people.
Okay, so
And
it's like
I'm
Pokemon
not
Stadium.
sure if I'm pretty much. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like PvE and PvP or if it's just gonna be one or the, if it's gonna be one or the other, or a combination of both, pretty
Right.
much. That's the only thing I'm not 100% on. But it
PvE
looks
seems
like
like it'd be
really
weird
fucking
for
cool, and
Pokemon, but PvP
it's
seems like
got
it'd
more of
be
like the more modernized Pokemon styling on the graphics,
right.
like the TV shows and such.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
I got my hopes pretty high for that one. It looks pretty legit, and it's supposed to be coming out this summer sometime. They haven't seen any exact releases on dates, whatnot, but
Right.
pre-registration is available on it.
I might go check that out. Go look at it at least, So, I started a couple new games this week. So I'll start with Kingdom Hearts 3. So I started a critical run on Kingdom Hearts 3. I talked about it a few weeks into the podcast. It must have been episode 6 or 7. I said that I started a critical run on Kingdom Hearts 3. I did. I got past the tutorial level, which is Hercules level. That's Olympus Coliseum. Which in this one, it is actually not Olympus Coliseum. It's actually Thebes. And your job is to get to Mount Olympus. And that's the tutorial level. Anyway, I made it past that level, beat the bosses, moved on. Second mission, which is Twilight Town, quickly got stopped in my tracks by the Demon Tower, which is the Tower of Heartless. They come at you, and they come at you like relentlessly. And it has a lot of health. It takes a lot of skill to take these things down. Like the initial one that you fight's not that bad because you fight it as Riku, and Riku's got a lot of power behind him. But Sora is a lot different in this game. So, and you figure that out throughout the story, and what you're trying to do is basically regain the skills that you lost in Kingdom Hearts. What was it? Dream Drop Distance? Yeah, Dream Drop Distance. Which was the game leading into Kingdom Hearts 3, and it also went into 2.8, which also led into Kingdom Hearts 3. So, and that was all about Aqua and where Terra was and what he was doing. So, so I got quickly stopped in my tracks by these things and realized, okay, I'm gonna have to put in some time. It's gonna be banging my head against the wall to beat these things, right? It's going to be a lot of like just smacking my head against this wall, this brick wall, just to get it to move. Played it. Did not beat this boss.
Yeah.
It just smoked me every single time. Now, when I say I'm good at Kingdom Hearts, I'm damn close, okay? I'm not going to overcredit myself. I'm damn close to 100%ing the second one on critical. I'm good at this game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm good at this game. So, I'm getting smoked on critical. So, I quickly realized, alright, I'm going to have to drop down. I dropped down to Proud.
Yeah.
Played it, and just rolled through all of it. And I played it all the way up to Frozen. I'm on Frozen's level. I'm like 30 minutes into it. It's like a 3-hour level. Just ridiculous.
Sounds nutters.
So yeah, so it's a lot. Anyway, it's funny because the mission in Kingdom Hearts 3 is longer than the movie. So, but anyway, so that's where I'm at there. I mean, I played through it. I put about 17, 18 hours into it. I'm about halfway through it, so we're getting there. I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Love that game.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I should be specific. Buddy of mine, I don't know if he watches it or not, but a buddy of mine, we were hanging out, and we're looking for a house. So my life has been super hectic. I didn't play a lot this week, but we found one, and we were hanging out, just make sure we click, and he threw in some video games. Now, Guitar Hero, I used to play Guitar Hero all the time, and I'll talk about that in a minute, which I'll get into that here in a second. Which, that's like the retro segment, it's something else to talk about. I figured I'd talk about it. So, but anyway, we played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 as well, and I got smacked down. I couldn't remember how to play this game. Like, I could not remember for the life of me how to play this game. So, I was pretty sure it was on Game Pass, right? I was pretty sure it was on Xbox Game Pass. So I was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get this game. It wasn't on Game Pass, so it prompted me to look for it. So I looked for it, and it was 75% off on the Xbox store. $60, down from $60 to $14.99. So I grabbed it. I was like, I'm gonna cop that, you know. So I grabbed it and I started playing it. That's literally what I turned Kingdom Hearts off for. Like I turned Kingdom Hearts off, turned on Xenoverse, and played through it until the which mission was it? Oh, the grade 8 mission. I got frustrated with it. So the grade 8 mission's not super hard, but it was just a situation where
Yeah,
I was already frustrated with the
that
game.
grade 8
So
mission is a bitch, dude. I can feel for
it's
that.
it's tough, dude.
It took me a few
Like
runs.
yeah. So, but I'll go back and I'll beat it. And one thing I can say is, you know, trust your instructors. Like go train with them a lot. You'll learn shit from them. So that's important.
What can the Black
But
Armory do for you today?
I mean, throughout all of that, like,
Play
you
the
know, I played this
shit
game,
out of
and the first
those
like
little like side mission things too. Like they help build a
the
XP.
first like 2 hours of this game is just so fucking slow, dude. Like it's just so slow. They just have you run little errands around the place. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So, but I mean, aside from that, like I had a really good time with the game. You get to make your own character. I've really improved. You know, I remember how to lock on to people. That's important. Like I couldn't remember how to do that, but now I'm in a much better spot to do that. And I'm just running through the missions now, you know. So it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with that. It, it's like Tenkaichi. That's what the fight style is like. You know, this front to back look, you know, or back to
Yeah,
front.
I love Tenkaichi. That was a fun one too.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but
Very similar though, for sure.
for the most part, it's similar. Right, exactly. I had it's the Dragon Ball Z feel to it. You know what I mean? The teleporting around, hitting him, and then teleporting again, hitting him down, you know, and then teleporting again, hitting him again, you know, and then you know you finish it up with a blast, you know, like it really keeps that feel really well. If you like Dragon Ball Z and you, I mean, you know.
Oh yeah,
If you like,
I
if you
completely
like Dragon Ball
agree.
Z, or you like Dragon Ball Super, or whatever, go check it out. It's more based on Dragon Ball Super than it is Z. So, I mean, that's what it's about. It's about Dragon Ball Super. So, if you guys want to check that out, I would highly recommend it. It's on sale for one more day, I think. I think today's the last day. So, if you guys are interested in that, today's the day to hop into it. So, it's only $14.99. Let's see here. I played Guitar Hero.
Classic.
Yeah, it was Legends of Rock. So it was on the Xbox 360. This is one of the later Guitar Heroes. One thing I'll say about this Guitar Hero, pretty much the hardest Guitar Hero I've ever played. I'm not even going to say pretty much. It was the hardest Guitar Hero I've ever played. Lots of Metallica, lots of Megadeth, lots of, like, you know, like, I mean, there was a lot of songs. So, now I'm pretty good at rhythm games. I wouldn't say that I have rhythms so much as like Crypto the Necro Dancer or something like that. But I can play DDR after I put some time into it. I can, and I play DDR pretty well. And I played Guitar Hero pretty well at a point. Guitar Hero 3, I beat on expert. Never got through the Fire and the Flames. But nevertheless, I played this game. It was one of the games we played over at my buddy's house. And this game is incredibly tough. I will say that the hammer-ons are well organized. The notes are well organized, especially on expert. You just click right along with those things. You know what I mean? I had a hard time on expert because it is a harder Guitar Hero. You know, it's definitely not. It's definitely not low key. Like it's definitely not Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a pretty easy Guitar Hero. That was a pretty low key Guitar Hero. But this, I mean, the some of the notes were super hard to hit in this game. So it was something worth it was definitely worth checking out. Um, but what I'd also say is maybe not that Guitar Hero. If you're new to the Guitar Hero games and you're like, I don't know, I want to go check it out, and I can find a guitar on Amazon relatively cheap, then go check it out. But I would say probably check out maybe Guitar Hero 3 or Guitar Hero 2 first. Those older games. Those will be better introductions than this one would be because this one's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I had to drop down to hard, you know.
Damn.
So yeah, tough game. So, excuse me. And last game this week was God of War, and I hopped into God of War. I realized that game, like, not only is the story like about a father and a son, and like the 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 terrain is beautiful in that game, and like the everything looks great about that game. But not only is all that a masterpiece, but that story is also a masterpiece, dude. Like they really they drove that story home, and like those boats, like with those stories with Lemuel, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but his name's Lemuel, and like he tells you stories about the ancient gods and like basically all the Norse mythology you need to know when you get through this game. And that story is incredible, dude. Like it's just there's nothing bad to say about it. Like there's questions that need to be answered. I would say that there's still a lot of I would say that there's still a lot of I think that the story is a little too slow to revealing information maybe. But I get why they do that. They want this to be, a 30, 40-hour experience, and then when the world opens up, you got another, 20, 30 hours gameplay, you know. So some of those answers, you're going to have to go out and find, and I get that, you know. But, I mean, all in all, man, that game is just insanely good. There's, like, really not much more that I can say about it. Like, it's incredible, so... I guess I'll talk about it. I mean, you already covered Mobile Minute, but I'll talk again about Dr. Mario this week.
Yeah.
So that game gets pretty complex.
Yeah.
I got to level 64, and it's getting to a point where
It
some
takes
of the
takes almost your full fucking set of hearts to make it through one level.
Yep. Well, not almost my full set of hearts, but it takes almost like every single time I beat a level, I'm like within 1 or 2 pills of like losing the game. You know what I mean? Like I have like 1 or 2 pills left, and it's like, sheesh, game, you're cutting it close. So they want you to use these power-ups. They want you to buy these power-ups, which it is a mobile game. I never expected. I mean, it's Nintendo. You know what I mean? They want you to buy these power-ups so that you can use them.
I tell you right now, the biggest trick to those ones, once you start getting higher up, you got to plot your drops out and drag the bubbles away to where you need them. Just set it up there.
Yeah, the half pills. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And it's a little odd to see those half pills floating around the screen, because like one thing I've noticed, like if there's a line of pills, you can still like drag the half pills through like the solid line of pills.
Yeah, you can place
and it's,
them
like,
anywhere.
Really very weird.
The thing about it is, if you drop too low for where you're trying to place it, you can't come back up. You can only go down.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. So that's something you gotta be a little bit careful of.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I screwed myself with that one, man. Be like, oh, I need to drop it right there. Oh, I just dropped it one step too low. Now I can't put it where I need to put it.
why,
Now I gotta
why
drop it to
did
the
I do
bottom.
that? Why did I do that? um,
Love that game though.
excuse me, I was looking at
Stupid fun.
the good
Hey,
old,
finally found a freaking
good
match.
old OBS. I'm limited to one screen today, guys, so you'll see me doing stuff on the screen. I apologize for that.
Iron Banner.
AI, yeah.
Anyway,
AI with
sorry.
gaming.
Show me a
That's where we're moving there.
Oh, news. So let's move into news. Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. Hang tight here.
Yeah, the first thing I'm seeing here is your artificial intelligence benefits older video games. And I think that's really, I mean, I haven't seen it much on it yet myself. I didn't get a chance to look at any of these articles. But I could definitely say that based on what I know about artificial intelligence and what they've been able to do with like Azure and such, doing AI upscaling, so, dude, brilliant. Whoever came up with that idea, high five, guy.
Right. But actually, the headline is actually the Switch Lite drops. Did you get that screenshot?
Zone B.
Nope. Maybe.
It didn't come in before those others did?
Yeah, nope, I did not get that one.
Oh wow, okay. So I'll just read this off. Basically, the Switch Lite drops. Upsides, maybe, I put in parentheses.
Oh, I see. I did get that one. My bad. Go on.
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries. It's portable only. There's longer battery life. They said it was more efficient than the original Switch. I'm not sure what they meant there. If that was battery life efficient, or if that was graphical efficient. I could have swore they said it was a graphical downgrade though, and the screen was smaller. But it is a good, cheaper options for kids. Would you buy this for your kids, Irish?
The light? I might buy it for
Yeah, the Switch
myself.
Lite.
Just to have like a good solid mobile player, you know? I mean, because
Yeah.
the Switch, as is, it's a decent mobile player, but at the same time, it's got high fucking breakability as a mobile game system.
Okay, so when I thought it was more sturdy than the other one.
The Switch Lite,
Yeah, isn't it more sturdy?
it's pretty much the same as the Switch currently, but it's obviously one solid piece of equipment instead of, you know, having detachable controllers. So you got a more rigid design that can handle drops better. Just lighter in the hands as well because it's a little bit smaller.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
the screen. They said the screen was a little bit smaller.
yeah, from
In
what
the
I was looking at, it's pretty much if you were to detach one of your Switch Joy-Cons and envision what's left as a Switch, it's about what you got. You
That's
put
about the
that
size,
yeah,
right?
you put that Joy-Con on the side, you know, over the screen where the Joy-Con would be, and then what you have left there of space would be how big the screen is.
Right.
Essentially.
Right. Well, it was interesting to me because they actually hacked the price of this. They knocked $150 off of the price for the original Switch, so that left the retail price at $200.
What?
Is that low enough to go buy one? Is that worth it?
I mean, if I've got the money and I'm going out to like buy a handheld, if I'm looking for like a DS or something, I'm definitely gonna go with that over a DS.
Okay, so maybe I should tell you the downsides first because I think the downsides are pretty big ones. They're non-detachable Joy-Cons. That's whatever. It's only compatible with some games. Yep. There's an emblem included on Switch games that are supported by the Switch Lite. So, for instance, Mario Party, you can only play undocked. You can't play that docked. If you try to play that docked, it won't let you play the minigames. You need those motion sensors, those motion controls, to play Mario Party. So it has to be undocked in order to play it.
Okay. Okay, so there is some games that won't be supported by the Lite then.
Exactly.
Because you can't dock
there's
some
an
of them.
emblem. There's an emblem on Switch games in the bottom right-hand corner that says supported by Switch Lite. If that emblem isn't there, then don't get it for the Switch Lite.
Okay.
So that's gonna trip people up. That's gonna trip people like us up even. You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, I didn't even realize. Like, this. You know, this can only be played undocked. You know, like that's stupid. You know, they need to fix that. Possible tech downgrade. So we're talking about graphical downgrades, FPS. So as stated, you know, the battery life is longer. In order for that battery life to be longer, they have to give up performance. And they think, okay, well, this Switch is going to be for kids. We can give up a little bit of performance for that battery life. But the fact that they're dropping new batteries in the Switch is a good sign that they're going to continue to innovate and you know, do that kind of thing with the Switch, the company itself. Controller set up for the Switch Lite does not use motion sensors, so obviously no gyroscopes or anything like that. No sensor motion controls at all. And all in all, a good replacement for the 3DS.
Now, my curious question, hopefully they resolve, I guess more of a statement than a question, hopefully they resolve the issues with the drifting, right?
Yeah, okay, so we can talk about that a little bit. That was in the news this week. Basically, everybody was bitching about the stick drift for the PlayStation or for the Nintendo. There was a class action lawsuit that was filed, and basically they said, "Hey, you're going to do this," and Nintendo said, "Okay, so we'll fix it even if it's out of warranty." So if you're experiencing stick drift, I would get in touch with Nintendo, probably send that in. That might be a good hit there. So.
I mean,
you know,
personally, I haven't experienced the drift myself. I don't think.
I haven't either, and nobody that I've heard on a podcast has, so it's a little odd to me that nobody's heard of it or experienced it yet.
I think it's just people freaking heavy fingers on the dang thing. Slapsticking can do that too. You just, it's a simple improper handling of your freaking controller, you know? If you go too hard, expect it to break. And the Joy-Cons are a very delicate controller.
Yeah, they are. And they're small, you know what I mean? Like, they are. That's a fact.
And those sticks are very weak. Like, in comparison to other gaming system sticks, like, they're not meant for really hard pressing, really anything.
The biggest question with oh goodness, I lost my train of thought. I've been doing that all day. The biggest question that people are asking is why did they release this? You know what I mean? And they're trying to kill the 3DS. That's what it is. They don't want people playing that thing anymore. If you have those, hold on to those. They're worth money. They're gonna be worth money here in a few years. I'm telling you. Give it 10 years. They're not on the market anymore.
Dude, I still have one of the old jailbroken PSPs.
That's sick, dude. that's sick.
I love that thing, man. I got freaking old Dissidia and shit on it. I've got a bunch of freaking got a bunch of cool ass ROMs on it.
Now we can move on to the AI thing. Now, basically, what we were talking about in regards to that was there was an AI. There's a.
Fuck yes.
I'll just read the headline here. Artificial intelligence benefits older video games, and this is known as AI upscaling. So basically, I'll just read you the quote. An article on TheVerge.com written by James Vincent states, "You feed an algorithm a low resolution image, and based on training data it's seen, it spits out a version that looks the same but has more pixels in it." So basically, this is the same idea as upscaling resolutions for older games.
Essentially,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Sick.
Right. So there was a separate way of doing that, though. So basically, what this is they, they did this for Doom, the Doom game, the original Doom 1995. They fed it this image, and it spit it out. They messed with the code. You have to mess with the code in order to get it to properly upscale. You know what I mean? And that's what they were saying. They were saying this isn't a simple thing. This is like restoring furniture. That's what this article said. This is like restoring furniture. It takes skill. It takes patience and skill to restore these programs. Like, you're going to need to know what you're doing. It's not easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting that somebody was willing to put in 200 hours to upscale the 1995 version of Doom. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude, I can't even imagine. Like, I want to see it. Like, I gotta go look this up now. Do they have demos on it?
Yeah, well, they had sprites out there that were like for instance, they had one of the mummy things from Doom, and it showed a side-by-side image, and in the original image, you could see basically like this blob. You couldn't see any of his facial features, any of his hand features or feet or anything. It was just like this blob. He had a couple of lines, nothing huge. And then in the side-by-side image, the upscaled image, this sprite was detailed. You could see where his hands were, you could see his facial features, you could see where his feet hit the ground, you could see where its toes were.
Jesus.
Like, you couldn't see all that in the original.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I
all
mean?
like
So,
hella
like,
blocky and shit.
Yeah, it was impressive, dude. Like, it really was. And one thing that I noted was the crazy part in all this is it's much faster than older techniques. 200 hours. Much faster than older techniques is what the article said.
And all automated for the most part. Like, you do the initial configuration, but then once that initial configuration's in place, everything else just runs automated.
It's outrageous, dude.
It's beautiful.
Technology can really, like,
Artificial
take you a
intelligence
long
is going
way
to
these
revolutionize this world, before we really even realize what happened.
It's already taken leaps and bounds, dude. Like, that's what this article was saying. Like, artificial intelligence is already taking leaps and bounds. Like, think about what you can do with this technology. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting. It's all interesting, for sure. Doom 1, 2, and 3 are coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and phones.
Ooh, I can't wait. I love Doom 1 and 2.
iOS and Android.
Like, 3 is pretty good, but 1 and 2, fuck yes. Those are like, I'm a diehard. I really want to see him bring back Duke Nukem as well.
From what I understand, it's going to be $4 for Doom 1 and 2, and $8 for Doom 3. So very affordable. For less than $20, you're getting 3 games. Upwards of, I guess it'd be closer to 11 or 12 hours of gameplay, but still, I mean, retro games, dude. You like them? Here they come. An article on GameSpot.com written by, I'm gonna butcher this name, dude. I'm sorry if I butcher this name, I'm really sorry. An article on GameSpot.com written by Kevin Nezevic states that Doom 1 and 2 are also released on mobile devices, or are also releasing on mobile devices via the App Store and Google Play. For more information on this, you guys should check out QuakeCon, which was actually started July 26th, which was a couple days ago, so it should be ending today. But they have information about that at QuakeCon. Have you ever watched that, Irish?
One more time. Sorry.
3 minutes remain.
Have you ever
Keep the
watched
pressure on,
QuakeCon?
you have them.
QuakeCon? Ugh.
No, I have not. I
Opponent
think
zone
can't say
Not
I've
my
seen it.
thing.
I mean,
I've never
I
played any
love
of the Quake
Quake.
games.
Fuck, dude, I remember quaking out with my dad back in the day when I was little on
Nah,
PC.
I never played them. I would like to check them out.
I
There's
definitely,
Quake Legends, which is
it's
on
got some
Steam.
serious nostalgia for sure for me.
Yeah. Moving on. Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip leaked. So this is the whole name of the game is Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip, and it was leaked. And it's the official Zombieland game releasing alongside the movie. Did you check out this article, man?
Like I said, I didn't get a chance to take a look at any of the articles this week.
This article was the article that made me send you the message that said, hey, we have a lot of cool stories this week.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? I'll just read you a quote here. An article in comicbook.com written by Tyler Fisher states, according to Australia's official rating board, there's an M rating for mature Zombieland 2 game in development by Game Mill Entertainment and Maximum Games. Here's the interesting part about this. The two developing studios that they put together couldn't have been more opposite. Okay? Maximum Games is famous for games like The Golf Club 2, which is whatever, Extinction, Loading Human, and Dead Alliance. 3 of those 4 games had M rating, mature ratings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game Mill Entertainment developed games, the games Nickelodeon Kart Racer, Deer Hunter Reloaded arcade game, question mark, and Hidden Mysteries Buckingham Palace for the 3DS, mostly point-and-click adventures and low-budget small games. What the hell are these going to be able to do together? I'm extremely interested. I mean, you're talking about Dead Alliance and Extinction being an M-rated game, and then you have the people that made Nickelodeon Kart Racers. Like, what is going on, dude?
Sounds like a pretty sick,
and I want to
twisted
see...
game, potentially.
And, like, obviously, this is going to be an M-rated game, you know, and this is probably going to be the very first M-rated game that Game Mill Entertainment has ever put out. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see where it goes and who's going to be the lead developer. Is it going to be Maximum Games or is it going to be Game Mill? Because here's the thing, that's going to matter in quality of the game. Dead Alliance or Buckingham Palace? Like, probably Dead Alliance.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just saying.
Dead Alliance all day.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what they're going to be able to come up with. If they're able to actually put a successful game out on the market, this will be a huge hit for Game Mill Studio or Game Mill Entertainment, and maybe they can go ahead and get into the gaming world for consoles, because a lot of what they do is for the DS. I said 3DS in here, but it's DS, not the 3DS. And a lot of their stuff was like, you know, point-and-click adventure games, stuff like that, you know, and super lighthearted, like Nickelodeon Kart Racer and Deer Hunter Reloaded, like, just ridiculous.
Deer Hunter's a classic throwback too.
What's that?
I said Deer Hunter's a classic throwback too. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, going back to PlayStation, they had, you know, Big Game Hunter and all that, you know, and I enjoyed those. You know, my favorite thing to do is go hunting for the predators, because if you missed, it's like you better not miss the second shot. You will die. So.
I always fucking got eaten by the damn bears.
Me too.
Those bitch fucked me up. Never try and go out a freaking bear with anything less than a 12 gauge, because that 380 just don't do it.
No kidding, dude. A 22 ain't gonna do it.
Shit, even the 380, bro. Like, I'm just like, what is it?
A
It's still,
380 didn't do it? Are you kidding me?
yeah, it still kept running at me, bro. I'm like, fuck, I should have brought the 12 gauge. We're getting too close to freaking for comfort here.
That's outrageous, dude. Oh my gosh. Um,
Iron Banner.
a 380 in real life would take a bear out.
Yeah, that's why I went in packing the 380, but it was like, not today. You should have brought the shotgun.
Where you
Like, damn it. Slugged up with the shotgun would have put it down real quick in that game.
captured Zone
Excuse
C.
me.
Opponent claims Zone A.
Goodness. Got a little bit of a scratchy throat. I don't think I'm getting sick. I'm just not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe allergies.
It's probably the smoke,
Might be
bro.
some-
Like, that smoke has been killing me. Had my my whole chest
Oh
burning.
yeah, from all the fires here. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we got Bly over there burning up, which there's a lot of freaking possible like meth lab crap burning up out that direction, depending on where it's burning. Then we got all the stuff over in Jackson County area burning as well. So
Well, I was out there in Bly today, and my grandma lives out there, and they live in an older community. And there didn't seem to be a whole lot of smoke out there, but then again, I wasn't out there for that long.
it's burning up on the Wainema National Forest towards the top of Bly Mountain.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and there's a lot of freaking backwoods freaking meth labs up that direction I've seen.
Yeah. Okay. That's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, no,
People are
legit. I went
joking, I
out
swear.
freaking Christmas tree hunting on my parents' property out there, right? And like right before Christmas, you know, matter of just a couple few days before Christmas, and we thought everything was kosher. You know, we drove up the road as far as we could till the van I knew wouldn't be able to make it any further, and parked it, hopped out, and decided to walk the rest of the way. Well, freaking, we see these dogs, the pit bulls over there, and just like, okay, you know, they're probably on leashes or something, you know, we're good. We get like halfway up the hill towards my parents' property and realized none of them were on leashes. They were all roaming free, and there was like 5, 6 of these pit bulls, and very,
Wow.
very mean and vicious.
I'm out.
Yeah, dude, so like, and you keep in mind, at this point, we're pretty far away from the van and in the middle of the damn woods, you know, so it ended up having no choice but to freaking sit there and try and dip these dogs through the woods. Oh, dude, it was crazy, man. Ended up losing them in the woods. We got back to the van, and freaking, I dip set out of there, man. I was tempted to come back with a gun and put all the dogs down. I mean, that shit was just bloody ridiculous. It was an obvious meth
League
lab.
has grown, but they're still within reach.
Alright, well, we're gonna move on now.
sorry, it
New
was
NVIDIA
an,
Shield TV box is coming according to recent listings. An article on TheVerge.com by Sam Byford states evidence of a new Shield TV variant appeared on the Google Play developer console last week or last month. I'm not sure what the Google Play developer console was, but that's what the quote said. And I was gonna misquote that. So.
I'm kind of curious if it's going to be compatible with the NVIDIA Now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it is because that's what the NVIDIA Shield was all about. You know what I mean? Like that was this. It was a streaming service that they had set up, and it was set up for their tablet. You know what I mean?
Because that'd be pretty legit.
The flames have gone cold.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've had a
lot about the
chance
project
to
and there's no release
test
date.
out the NVIDIA Now yet, but it is hands
Right,
down
and
really
that's why this
smooth.
was saying here, like we don't have a release date
They've
for
cut
it.
their
Like,
momentum. Keep pushing. Opponent claims Zone
we'll see
C.
what happens.
Zone B captured.
I'm gonna be interested to see exactly
Captured Zone
when
A.
this comes out
The advantage.
and if it's
Press
relevant.
on.
You know, because right now it's relevant. They need to get it out the door. In a couple of years, I'm not so sure. So.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure who this is targeted for. This isn't something that somebody like me would need. I have a computer. You know what I mean? I don't need the NVIDIA Shield. And I would classify myself as a hardcore gamer. would say.
I would have to say the only benefit it could really be had from that is like if you travel a lot.
Right, right. That's true.
If you're traveling a lot using like hotels and stuff like that, that could be very beneficial. Because we all know how great Wi-Fi or internet connections in general are at hotels.
Right.
What?
5 minutes.
Not great at all. Just not
Are
great
you
at all.
kidding me?
Anyway, and last story of the week: Pokemon Duel is shutting down. Mobile game for iOS and Android. Shutdown takes place on October
Wait, Pokemon
31st,
what
Halloween.
is shutting down?
Pokemon Duel.
Oh.
Apparently the shutdown has already started. Gems are unavailable, and in late August, rewards will no longer be a feature of the game. An article, this is probably also a name I'm going to butcher, and I'm really sorry if I do. An article written on CNET.com, written by Corin Raker, maybe? I think. States you won't be able to install, update, or even use the app already. You can't buy gems, but you can spend them until the game shuts down as of August 26th.
Maybe if
And
fell off
as of August 26th, you won't be able to check monthly rankings or get rewards. Gosh, reading is not. I cannot reading right now.
Hard fought, but no
So here's the thing about this game. Like, it's no surprise to me this game is failing, because the problem, the problem that they had with this game was this game was released without warning or pre-marketing back at the start of 2017. It's really no surprise that the game's failing. Like it's
I can tell you that their biggest issue with that game is the ability to restore and back up with it. Like, I lost everything. I put money into that game, and
no kidding.
Oh, dude, I'm still pissed about that game. Twice over, bro.
Ridiculous, dude.
Like, because I didn't realize that it didn't back up with my Nintendo account. Like you're supposed to do like a manual backing up of everything on there.
Right.
I didn't know. So like I go and I get a new phone and I try and load everything up onto it, and come to find out, because I didn't back up before I deleted shit, lost my code, or I wasn't able to get a code, so I lost my whole account. And they couldn't retrieve it with any kind of information. Yeah, like I could provide them literally every piece of information from my phone, my my identity, everything, and they couldn't like link any of that information to my account. So that was their biggest downfall, is they didn't have that game actually backing up with their Nintendo backup system that they have for like everything else.
That's crazy, dude. Nintendo needs to get with the times.
They made up for that one. They realized their mistake on that one real quick when they came out with like Mario Run and all the other freaking Nintendo games that they've released on the mobile since. They've made sure that they freaking have the backup to their Nintendo account as an option.
Right.
Because so many people like lost money, wasted money, and shit.
Real quick, I got a couple shout outs that I gotta mention here now. Real quick, shout out to Sonny Blevins. He's actually writing us a song here that'll be coming really soon for the beginning of the song, or for the beginning of the podcast. So we'll be implementing that here as soon as we can be. And then also Pro Finish Painting is going to be sponsoring us as well. So if you guys need a paint job, if you guys are in the Klamath Falls area, you guys need a paint job, Pro Finish Painting strives to exceed your guys' expectations. So be sure to check that out. Check them out if you guys need a paint job. You guys can find them on Facebook, and then also profinishpainting.com. So Pro Finish Painting LLC. If you guys need a paint job, give Mark Kaczynski a call. That's 541-810-1085. So be sure to check that out. And then final shout out here is to Nightwolf Games, and they are a game store here in town. If you guys want to check them out, they're $10 a week or $10 a month or excuse me, $10 for renting consoles all day. So if you guys just want to play a game and you guys go in there, drop $10, and then you guys can rent the consoles all day. They also sell retro games and consoles, tons of retro games. The consoles are Nintendos, Super Nintendos, um, GameCubes, Xboxes, PlayStations, you name it, they got it. So be sure to check that out as well.
Where did they open up at?
They opened up at the old Elmer's in
Oh,
town.
really?
So,
Really?
yeah.
And that's a nice big area for all that kind of stuff. Dude,
Yeah, if you get a chance to.
that's potential for future hosting of gaming tournaments even.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in that, be sure to check that out because
I mean,
that's
honestly
pretty sick.
speaking, we may want to talk to them about trying to host our own like local con. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like game con.
Yeah.
Almost
Well,
like a
this
mini
guy apparently knows the head of Blizzard and all this stuff. So.
like a mini Twitch con or something. That'd be cool.
Yep. The guy who owns it, his name is Patch. Tell him BTGinferno, Ryan from Broken Controller sent you down there, and he'll give you a free day. So, just go check it out.
Yeah.
Alright, well that's gonna do it. If you guys feel like asking us questions, feel free to do that. Irish, where can they ask questions for you? Where can they follow you? Let's get out of here.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch, and YouTube, Irish1620, Facebook and Instagram, Irish1620.gaming.
Alright, awesome. And you guys can find me at BTGinferno on Twitter. You guys can find me at BTGinferno on YouTube. Just search BTGinferno. Broken Controllers on Facebook. Don't forget the Discord channel. That's Broken Controllers as well. Feel free to search that. Get in there if you guys want. And then that's gonna do it. Oh, BTG_Inferno on Mixer and BTGinferno on Twitch as well. So that's gonna do it for us this week, guys. I appreciate you guys showing up, and that's gonna wrap it up. So thanks for showing up, and you guys have a good one. Peace. You want to say bye, Irish?
Hold up, you broke up there a bit.
Oh.
It was all like scattered and frozen. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, well, my internet is buffering, apparently. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys are getting the end of the stream. So, that's gonna do it. So, thanks for showing up, and we will get at you guys later.
Have a good one, everybody. Don't forget to hit them subs, follows, and notification buttons.